Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video for you, sorry if the camera is slightly tilted, on the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation, plus sunscreen and broad spectrum SPF 20, that's the same thing. And my color is in Classic Ivory, and it says that it's supposed to be all day flawless coverage with the lasting power of a primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one, and it's shine free. So that sounds perfect because I have really oily skin. So let's try this out. So it's in a pump, which is really awesome. So let's try that much. And I'm going to be using my little blending sponge. So it feels pretty smooth. Has a bit of a chemical smell, but that's not that big of a deal unless you're sensitive to that stuff. So it has, well, with the sponge, it has like pretty good coverage, but I think you would have more coverage with, let's say, a brush or something, because the sponge tends to absorb a little bit of the product and makes it more of a light foundation than a really thick foundation, unless you like really stipple it. It has a nice smooth formula though. I quite like it. Except it doesn't really cover up my skin imperfections, which is obvious. It's not that pleasant. Okay, so overall I've found that this foundation really evens out my skin. It doesn't cover up the flaws like my pimples and breakouts and things like that, but so far it's a really nice foundation and it flowed on really smoothly. It did dry pretty quickly, and like the after effects is it's matte and it's really nice. I like it. So it says that we can use this for a concealer and a foundation, so what I'm going to do is use this also as a concealer to cover up my blemishes and see how that works. Okay, so overall as a concealer, I would say it did an okay job. Like, it was a bit thin for me because my breakouts are kind of really hard to cover up, so it didn't do the best job. I need kind of a thicker formula to cover up my breakouts. So for concealer, I don't think I would really use it as a concealer unless I had like very small breakouts, you know what I mean? So I do really like this formula. It dried nice and matte, which is exactly what I need because I have very oily skin, very oily. So I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and see what it looks like after that. Okay, so I just finished my makeup and doing my hair, which my bangs are really annoying me today, so I had to straighten them. Anyway, so the makeup turned out pretty well. The blush went on really nicely, so that's a good thing. But the only thing is that using it as concealer is kind of troubling because it really makes my acne stand out a little bit because it made it all cakey. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Why would I want to zoom in on it, but I'm going to. I don't know. It just looks kind of cakey a little bit. So I don't know, I'd probably use a different concealer, but otherwise as a foundation, so far I really like it. So I'm going to take a couple pictures, and the time is right now 1:45 p.m. So I'll see you guys whenever I get back home. I have no idea, but I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, so it's exactly 12:01, and as you can see, oh by the way, I didn't put any powder on when I put my foundation on, so as you can see, my face is kind of oily. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but my face is kind of oily, and on my blemishes, the makeup has worn off a lot, but maybe that's because I've been doing a lot of things today and like probably touching my face a lot, and yeah, I don't know, but wow, my face is really oily, but you can't blame it because like it did a really good job like for the rest of it. So it's been on for almost like 11 hours or maybe 10 hours or something like that. That's a really good job. Like, it lasted throughout the rest of the day. Like, it did a really good job throughout the rest of the day. Like, I looked in the mirror and my face looked really good. So, overall, I give this foundation probably like an 8 out of 10. Just because it says it's a concealer, but it didn't really do a good job on concealing my blemishes. Like, I had to put a lot on. So, I don't know. I think it's a fairly good foundation, and I would probably use it daily on myself, like wherever I'm going, just as long as I'm not gonna stay out for like 11 hours, you know, doing random things outdoors. So I think it did a really good job, and I would recommend this foundation for oily skin. I have really oily skin, but it still looks pretty good. I raised my eyebrows a lot. So yeah, I think this foundation was really good, and I'm glad I bought it. It's like, I think it was like $10.99 at my local drugstore, so I recommend people who have like normal to oily to combination skin to get it, but if you have really really oily skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this. You probably need something a little bit stronger than this, because it made my skin kind of oily throughout the day, but otherwise I would recommend this foundation. And for dry skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this foundation, just because like it's for combination oily skin, I would say. So I really hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you have a great night. Goodbye. Yeah, so I really like this foundation, and I'll be using it a lot. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was a detailed enough review on the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 Foundation Plus Broad Spectrum SPF. So, foundation. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and have a great night. So I really hope you enjoyed this